Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Good afternoon, Honorable Speaker. I rise to respond to the questions from Honorable Member of Parliament for Mulanje Ngwenya, who is asking my ministry whether the government will elevate Area 24 police unit to a police station and construct police houses. Honorable Speaker, I thank the Honorable Member for Mulanje Ngwenya for raising this matter, which speaks directly to the security needs of our people. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me be clear and categorical. The establishment and elevation of police facilities in this country is not arbitrary. It is guided by policy, structure, and operational necessity. Under the Malawi Police Service Function and Establishment Review Framework, progression is systematic, from police unit to police post, and from police post ultimately to a police station. Mr. Speaker, sir, based on this framework, Area 24 police unit does not qualify for elevation to a police station at this stage. Any attempt to bypass the structure would undermine professional standards and compromise effective policing. However, Mr. Speaker, sir, this government is responsive and evidence-driven. I therefore wish to assure the Honourable Member and this House that a formal technical assessment will be conducted. The assessment will determine whether Area 24 meets the threshold for upgrading to a police post. Any decision taken will be based on objective security demands, population dynamics, and operational capacity. Until such a process is concluded, Mr. Speaker, sir, Area 24 police unit will continue to operate under Kawale Police Station, which remains fully functional and responsible for policing that jurisdiction. On the second question about the construction of police houses, Mr. Speaker, sir, the matter of policing, police housing, this government recognizes that the welfare of officers is inseparable from the security of our nation. The challenge of police housing is not unique to Area 24. It is a national issue, and the government is addressing it through a structured and phased housing program. Mr. Speaker, sir, while the demand is high, resources must be allocated prudently and equitably across the country, guided by priority needs and available funding. That said, I wish to make the following position clear. The request for construction of police houses at Area 24 has been formally noted and registered. Government is actively considering expansion of housing projects to urban police formations, including Area 24. We remain committed to progressively improving living conditions of our officers. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also wish to emphasize the role of honorable members in development. The honorable member is encouraged to utilize the available instruments such as the District Development Fund, DDF, and the Constituency Development Fund to complement government efforts in delivering staff houses. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, this government will continue to make decisions that are structured, fair, and grounded in national interests, not expediency. We remain committed to strengthening policing infrastructure while maintaining professional standards, operational efficiency, and accountability. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yes, you have the floor now.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to raise more of a policy question to the Honourable Minister. Mr. Speaker, sir, you may recall that a few days ago, the Ministry of Homeland Security, through the Malawi Prison Services, released hundreds of prisoners, if not thousands, because they say they have about only 1 year to go before the completion of their sentences. Mr. Speaker, sir, the unleashing of these criminals, the ex-convicts, have brought a lot of havoc in our communities. They have already started victimizing or stealing from Malawians. A good example, Mr. Speaker, sir, is Mulanje Central Constituency, where during the night of that day, 10 boreholes were stolen during the night, and even at Mulanje Boma, Mr. Speaker, sir, these criminals attacked a certain NGO office, and when they were apprehended, 3 of them were apprehended, it was confirmed that they were in the group of those 162 that were released only at Mulanje prison. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, my question to the Minister is that what necessitated really this act? What did the Ministry what was the Ministry looking for? What did they want to achieve for unleashing these criminals into our society, which is already causing a lot of havoc? And if anything, I would have wished that such a decision by the Ministry can be reviewed at all costs, because it's not looking well in our communities. I submit, Mr. Speaker, sir.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The first is, I think it's a question coming from the owner of the original question, Lilongwe Site Wenya. Honorable Speaker, let me apologize if indeed my question sounded hostile, but I think it was a bit factual, because the request was for a police station. Now, what we are trying to say is it's a progression. Even when a child is born, he starts by crawling, and then he starts learning how to walk. But this one, the request was right away from a police unit to a police station. So what we are trying to say is there is a proper procedure. From a police post, you go to, from a police unit, you go to a police post. And from police post, then you go to the police station. And at the end, I think I've reassured you that indeed we'll look at the dynamics that constitutes a police post. And if indeed you actually fit into the perimeters, definitely area 24 be considered to be upgraded to the police post. On the issue of the police houses, let me inform Honourable Member and the rest of Honourable Members here that the issue of housing, of the police housing, is not the responsibility of the Minister of Homeland Security. It is in the hands of the Ministry of Lands. All those houses that were, someone was asking about the foundation, that the foundations were put in place. It's the Ministry of Lands that could explain more. And the best person or the best minister to handle the issue of housing is the Ministry of Lands. The second question came from, is it Chikwawa? Chikwawa West. Thank you again for acknowledging the response which my minister did in assessing and providing personnel to the police unit. Let me also assure you that similar efforts will be done to the requested units in your area, and definitely the office will provide staffing for the police units. The third one was a question that came from Mulanje Central about the pardoning, the immense pardoning of the officers, or the prisoners. Let me indeed acknowledge that the Malawi Police Service is currently overwhelmed by cases, and unfortunately it is coming from the individuals that were released on the pardon just recently. In fact, we are in discussion with the Malawi Prison Service because the guiding principle currently in the prisons is about information. But now when you look again at the efforts that are being at the prisons, I think there's quite a lot of noise in the house, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Indeed, we need to listen in silence. I know you're excited. Some are deputy shadow ministers, some are, but let's keep that excitement low, please. We wish you well. Let's hear the minister in silence. Proceed, Honourable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, I was saying that our prisons are doing everything they can to make sure that they reform our prisoners. But I think the lack of funding and maybe support from our donors, I think there's a lot which we need to do in order to fully reform the prisoners. In fact, the problem of what we call recidivism, that is the repeated committing of offenses once the prisoner is released, is just a phenomenon in our country. At Central, where is requesting our minister also to consider the houses at constructing the houses at Chitipa Police Station. As indicated, Mr. Speaker, the 10 houses that were located to Chitipa Police Station were to be constructed by the Minister of Lands. And he will be in touch with the Minister of Lands to ask him whether they could resume the housing construction project, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you. Posed to my ministry by the honourable member for Doha Southeast, who is asking my ministry to consider constructing police unit in Ichuzu Group Village Headman Chaza, Kukula Westward, where criminal levels are reportedly increasing. And the second one is at Manondo in Sub-TA Manondo in order to improve security and curb vandalism. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to sincerely thank the honourable member for Doha Southeast for raising this very important matter, which speaks directly to the safety, dignity, and peace of our communities. Mr. Speaker, sir, the concerns raised regarding the rising crime in Ichuzu and acts of vandalism in Manondo are not merely statistics. They represent real anxieties among our people, mothers who fear for their children, farmers who worry about their livelihoods, and communities that deserve to live without fear. As government, we take these concerns seriously. I wish to fully align myself with the honourable member on the urgent need to establish police units in both Ichuzu and Manondo. Indeed, the presence of security institutions within communities is one of the most effective deterrents to crime and a cornerstone of public confidence in law enforcement. However, Mr. Speaker, sir, in accordance with government policy, the construction of police units is a shared responsibility between the government and the communities we serve. In this framework, communities, through their elected leaders, play a leading role in initiating infrastructure development, particularly through the District Development Fund and the Constituency Development Fund. I therefore respectfully urge the honourable member to prioritize these projects within the available development financing mechanisms so that construction can commence without delay. My ministry stands ready and committed to fully support this initiative by providing architectural plans through the officer in charge at Dowa Police Station, and more importantly, by deploying trained police officers immediately upon completion of the structures. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me assure this House and the people of Dowa Southeast that government remains unwavering in its commitment to ensuring that no community is left vulnerable. Security is not a privilege, it is a right. Together, through collaboration between government and communities, we can bring policing services closer to the people and restore a sense of safety and order where it is most needed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. The first supplementary question is coming from Chikawa Central, who is asking whether the ministry is aware about Ilovo company, which is wishing to construct a police station. Indeed, the ministry is aware. In fact, when we went there again for the sensitization program in Chikwawa and in Msanje, we did meet the officials from the Ilovo company, and discussions underway between the Ilovo and the police headquarters. I think we'll be checking with the Inspector General to see the extent of their discussions. But it's a project which we cannot let it go. We are committed again to it because it will be saving our people in Chikwawa Central. The second supplementary is coming from Nchisi, who is asking when will the Malawi Police Services start receiving money or allowing people to pay electronically. Indeed, the Malawi Police Service is trying to go digital in the payment of the fees, and discussions currently underway between the Malawi Police Service and the banks. I think it is the Standard Bank which is working with the Malawi Police Service in trying to establish a platform for the payment of the traffic fees. So I think shortly it will be announced that the electronic payment of the traffic penalty fees will commence. It is also the wish of the ministry to make sure that it is done, because we're also concerned about the reports of corruption of our officers. And in order to protect our officers, it is our wish indeed to commence the electronic payment of the traffic penalty fees. The second question from Nchisi South was about the unknown police unit, which is in a dilapidated state. And in response, let me say this once again, and again, I think so, because in my first explanation, the ministry is saying the responsibility of the police unit belongs to you leaders, you members of parliament. It is your responsibility to take charge and make sure that you, together with the communities, do build up that police or dilapidated police unit. And it is our responsibility as the ministry to provide officers to be working at that police unit. Similarly, the question, the third one, which came from Mangochi Lutende, let me thank the Honorable Member who has shown interest to make sure that he reconstructs the toilets at the police, the dilapidated also police unit. Is it at Makoloni police unit? We are ready as the ministry to provide our officers to the police unit once you make sure that the police unit has the necessary requirements like the toilets. You have willingly provided that you are going to make sure that you renovate them. As a ministry, we are ready to deploy our officers to provide security in Mangochi Lutende through the Makoloni Police Unit. We also want, as a ministry, to remind Mr. Speaker, sir, about the Bangwe Police Unit, that please show up your leadership in making sure that you reconstruct the police unit, and we are ready to provide our officers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You have the floor.
I thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to respond to the question by the Honorable Member of Mulanje Central, who is asking our ministry whether government will consider digitalizing passport processing to reduce corruption and long queues by allowing applicants to track applications through SMS, WhatsApp, a mobile application, or an online portal. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to thank the Honorable Member for Mulanje Central for raising this pertinent question, which goes to the head of service delivery reform, transparency, and efficiency within the passport issuance system. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Department of Immigration and Citizenship Services previously implemented digital tracking features under the former passport systems managed by the Technobrain. Under that arrangement, applicants were able to receive SMS notifications on the status of their applications, alongside online functionalities designed to enhance communication and reduce unnecessary physical visits to immigration officers. These interventions were intended to promote transparency and minimize opportunities for corrupt practices. Mr. Speaker, sir, within the introduction of the new passport system under Madras security printers, the department is currently undertaking a comprehensive modernization program. At this stage, priority is being placed on stabilizing and strengthening the core operational framework of the new system. This includes optimizing system performance and expanding passport printing services to regional centers across the country. The digitalization of passport printing services is a critical reform measure aimed at bringing services closer to the people. It will significantly reduce congestion at the Lilongwe office, shorten processing time, and mitigate risks associated with delays and excessive demand at a single processing center, factors which can inadvertently create opportunities for corruption. Mr. Speaker, sir, once the core system has been fully stabilized and the regional rollout completed, the department will progressively introduce a enhanced digital tracking mechanism, including SMS notifications, online portals, and other mobile-based platforms such as the WhatsApp integration. These features are already within the scope of the current system framework and will be activated in due course. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to assure this Honorable House that government remains fully committed to leveraging technology to improve passport service delivery. Our objective is to build a system that is efficient, transparent, accessible, and resilient, one that restores public confidence and upholds the highest standards of integrity. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. The Central, who is asking immigration if they could come up with a queuing system. I think that's a very, very good idea. We therefore engage the Ministry of Information through the e-government to consider putting this system. We feel the pain which most applicants, passport applicants are going through, and it is our wish to make sure that we do as much as we can to make sure that we alleviate those problems. We also, let me take this opportunity to announce in the House that we have managed again to restore a printing services in Mangochi now. We are able to print passports in Mangochi. And I know that the problem which the applicants are facing are indeed that the issuance is not taking the precedence in the application. So that will be taken care of shortly. The second supplementary came from Neno East, who is asking my ministry through the Malawi Police Service to provide a vehicle at Zalewa. Indeed, Zalewa is a very, very strategic police post, and we therefore would take the issuance of a police vehicle at Zalewa as a matter of a priority. So that will be considered. And I would like, through you, Mr. Speaker, to acknowledge the statements from the Honorable Member of Zomba, Omwe, who indeed sent a message of the incidences that occurred in his constituency. And I'm so grateful and thankful to the Malawi Police Service for their quick response to the matter reported. Subsequently, I would also want to commit that we will indeed look at providing transport services to the Wayankha Police Unit. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, is the request also from the Honorable Member from Blantyre City, Mapanga, who is also requesting the provision of a vehicle at the Bangwe Police Substation. I indeed acknowledge the density of the population of Bangwe and the need of to provide a vehicle for the substation. The government has procured enough vehicles for the Malawi Police Service, and once these vehicles arrive, definitely Bangwe will be one of the substations considered for the issuance of the motor vehicle. I thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Osayiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.